Hi Cancer, welcome to March. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And this month we have a new moon in Pisces, which is favorable to your sign on March 2nd. Then on March 7th, Venus and Mars moves into Aquarius. On March 18th, we have a full moon in Virgo, which is also favorable to your sign. On March 20th, the sun moves into Aries. And so let's see what the cards, we'll get into the astrology later. Let's see what the cards say for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know about love and relationships in March 2022? What does Cancer need to know about love and relationships for March 2022? What does Cancer need to know about love and relationships for March 2022? The Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the King of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Five of Wands. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the Sun. Well, that's great. Okay, so you start the month off wondering, if the seeds you've planted are going to bear fruit. So if you've been, I feel like you might be juggling. Some of you might be juggling two people, because I'm seeing two pages here. Or you could be just waiting to see what's going to develop in a relationship. You have the Page of Cups here crossing you. So that's usually a message. Pages are usually messages. A message of love. So someone, either you want to express your feelings to someone, or someone is wanting to express their feelings to you. I'm seeing the Queen and the King of Cups here. So that's water, and so it could be your sign. I feel like you're connecting with someone that you're very compatible with. But I feel like you might have some kind of, you might be fighting over petty stuff. Like maybe if some of you might have broken up with someone, and you're trying to figure out how to get back together. And some of you might be cutting away what's no longer working so that you could focus on finding a new relationship. Because the Page can be a new beginning in a relationship, like a new relationship, but it could also be a message of love. So in the past, you have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is like you've been working too hard. It's like you're fighting this battle, or you're carrying this burden. So maybe you've been trying to work something out, and it's just been so difficult that you feel like giving up. For some of you, I'm getting mixed messages here. So some of you might be thinking about giving up on a relationship because it's just too much. You feel like you're never going to get anywhere with this relationship. And some of you might have let go of someone, decided to let go, because I'm seeing the Three of Swords, which is a card of cutting away, heartache, separation. But the Nine of Wands is saying, don't give up, you're so close. So I feel like there's going to be some kind of breakthrough this month in a relationship, one way or another. Either you decide to separate completely, or you decide to communicate your love. I feel like that's part of the problem. Part of the problem is that you're fighting over things, but not the right things. Like you're not telling the person how you feel. You're just fighting over petty things, like who left their, the toilet seat up, or, the toothpaste, whatever. Because this is Five of Wands is about petty conflict. Like people who can't get on the same page, who are, each person wants to have their own way. and you can't come to some kind of an agreement. But I feel that you're dealing with someone that has very deep feelings. They just don't know how to communicate their feelings. So it could be that you think, oh, this person doesn't care. They're always busy working. They don't care about me. Or, we're just so busy working that we don't have time for each other. I feel like that you can heal the heartache if you try a little tenderness. Because there's an opportunity for a new beginning. You have this Ace of Cups here. Now, I feel like for some of you, I'm getting two storylines here. Some of you might be leaving a relationship behind. Like it's too much work, it's too many fights, and you're feeling the heartache of the loss, but there's a new beginning coming this summer. Because the Ace of Cups is June, July, August. So there is a new love on the horizon. You can find new love. For others, it could be a new beginning in the same relationship where, you're both hurting and you really don't want to be apart and you're open and willing to learn and work together. You have this Page of Pentacles here. This is a card of the student or someone being open and more flexible, open to the new. So I feel like you may get a message this month from someone. If you've broken a relationship up, that person may contact you and want to try and work things out. In your environment, you've got this Two of Pentacles. So you or the other party could be juggling too much. That could be work issues, like you're too busy. You're not giving the relationship enough time. Or it could even be, juggling two people. And at some point, you realize, or the partner realizes, I can't keep this up. I can't keep juggling. I have to make a decision. You have this Queen of Cups energy. This is about trusting your intuition. You could be, because this person is very compassionate, very spiritual, very intuitive. It could be your energy. You could be interested in someone who's very sensitive, very spiritual. I feel like what I'm feeling here is that you're fighting over the wrong things and you're not giving the relationship time. This is for the people that want to keep the relationship together. And if you could just communicate your feelings, be vulnerable with each other, you could fix the relationship. You could have a new beginning where you could have greater harmony eventually, where you're not fighting over petty stuff, but you're really talking and you're really, opening up and revealing your emotions. Because you have the Sun here. The Sun gives you the power to overcome any of the problems. For others who have ended a relationship, who've decided, no, I'm cutting my losses, I'm moving on, you could have a new relationship coming this summer. You could connect with someone. It could be an earth sign. And you could have a lot of fun together. The Sun could be a relationship that leads to marriage. Because the Sun is about two people that come together and they're like little kids together. They're just, they love doing things together and they're having fun and they're honoring their inner child. It's like two kids playing in a sandbox. And time just, they don't even know what time it is when they're together. They just they're in this state of grace, when they're together. Just having fun, just enjoying each other's company. That's coming. So if you don't have that now, you can have that this summer. Because this is a time card for June. June, July, July-ish, early July, late June, early July. So if you're suffering, for those of you who are hurting in a relationship where there was like a separation, I feel like you're going to hear from that other person, because I think they still care. Because I think you're both hurting with the separation. And if you're open to like a new way of dealing with each other, a new beginning in love, you can you can overcome whatever struggles that you're having. And for those who are not in a relationship, but are looking for love, it's on with someone who's going to be very, very, very much like you, very emotional, very, sensitive, very artistic and creative, maybe a little immature, but just shy, maybe more shy. but whose feelings run really deep. So love is coming if you're not in a relationship, and if you've broken up and you want to reconnect, you have an opportunity for a new beginning. So let's see. Let's see what the angels have to say to Cancer. Soulmate, see? That's what I said. Okay, I feel like you could have a soulmate connection this year. If not in March, definitely by the summer. So let's see. Soulmate. Your prayer for a soulmate relationship is answered. Follow the guidance that you receive so that you may enjoy this gift of divine love. Your heart yearns for big love. Since you are on the spiritual path, you desire a partner with similar philosophy and common interests. Can you have great passion and spiritual companionship with the same person? This card confirms that your answer is yes. By drawing this card, your angels ask you to trust in and follow their lead. Your angels have heard your prayers for a great love, and they guide you to take steps to manifest this desire. If you are in a current relationship, your angels ask you to release this partnership to them. In that way, they can help elevate your relationship to a soulmate level or help you to gently end it so that your new love may appear. Either way, they will closely assist you and give you clear steps to take. So just go with the flow. The universe has good plans for you. So let's see about the astrology. So Cancer, you have a new moon in Pisces in your 9th house. And it's conjunct Jupiter, and Neptune is also there. And they're sextiling, the new moon in Jupiter is sextiling Uranus in your 11th. So the 9th house is the house of travel, higher education, teaching, learning, spirituality, publishing. So if you're in school, if you're learning some new, for some of you who are like either teaching or teaching a class or maybe you're taking some classes to learn new skills, you could connect with someone through that experience or through travel. Like you go on a trip somewhere, you take a vacation. Uranus in your 11th, it's shifting your, it's like brings a sudden connection. It could be a relationship with a friend, someone that you considered a friend, someone that comes out of the groups that you belong to, or the friendships that suddenly becomes a relationship. There's an opportunity coming through networking, through friendships, through the groups that you belong to, and also through higher education, travel, teaching, learning. 9th house is also spirituality, foreign cultures, long distance travel. So it's not like your neighborhood. You're not going to meet the girl or the guy next door. It's going to be someone that's of a different culture and maybe even a different belief system than you. And they're going to really open up your mind or expand your mind, expand your awareness. So it could be someone that gets you out of your comfort zone a little bit, but it could be a serious connection because you have Mercury and Saturn in your 8th house. So Saturn in your 8th house is teaching you lessons about other people's money and resources. You might be looking for a loan to pay off some bills. You might be looking for grant money. But you have to, if you're going to a bank for a loan or you're signing a contract, they're going to require a lot from you because Saturn is very, meticulous and rigid. And, Saturn, it's like the people in charge. They're very corporate, very conservative. So they're going to want a lot of information. Mercury conjunct Saturn. Mercury in the 8th house, you have to do some serious thinking about intimacy and any fears you have about connecting with someone at the soul level. Because you're going to be meeting someone that you could really connect with at the soul level. And it might scare you. You might have to overcome some blocks to intimacy. Like maybe you've kept that at a distance. You've kept things light and airy. This is going to make you want to go deeper and possibly make a commitment. You have Venus and Mars and Pluto in your 7th house. That's major. And, if you're meeting someone new, It's a passionate connection that can transform your life in some way, where you're going to feel like a different person as a result of this relationship. And this is it's all trining the North Node, which is in your 11th house. So it could be that through a friend or through the groups that you belong to, you meet like a soulmate connection, a strong partnership that could lead to marriage. You got the Sun card here. It could get serious. One thing you want to release is not taking love seriously, like just treating love as a sport. If with this connection, you're going to have such an intense connection that it's going to break down all those fears and barriers that you've always put up to really bond with someone at the soul level. And Jupiter is sextile Uranus, so unexpected opportunities are coming at you this month, and involving your 9th house and your 11th house. So you could meet through, like I said, through teaching, learning, travel, through the groups that you know, the groups that you belong to, your friends. You might even join a group that's a little bit unconventional. That has radical ideas on how to change the world or help the world in some way. Okay, so Venus and Mars moves into Aquarius on the 7th. And that will be in your 8th house. So then you're going to have like a heavy 8th house. Mars in the 8th, you're going to really be determined to take action, to solve any kind of financial issues. It could be also a sexual thing. It could bring passion. Venus in the 8th brings money, brings love and intimacy. So it's going to be interesting when Venus and Mars come together. It's like you're opening the Pandora's box. You have to confront a lot of your fears and your demons. Why have I been avoiding love at a deep level? You know. And if you could open that box and face that reality and overcome the fear, you could have a beautiful connection, beautiful new connection. Then we have the full moon in Virgo on the 18th, and that's happening across your communication sector. So the moon is in the 3rd house, and the sun is in the 9th house. So something is going to be revealed. You might get a message and it's trining Pluto. So if you've had your eye on someone and you finally confess your feelings, it could really transform the relationship in a big way. Maybe the both of you decide to, reveal your feelings for each other. And with Pluto brings power and passion and transform. I mean, it's going to really change your life, where I feel like you're not going to be the same person. This relationship is going to affect your life at a very deep level. It's going to change you in a good way. You have a lot of energy in the 9th house. So you could be traveling. If you're not traveling, you could be learning, going back to school, learning something, or connecting with people that are different than you, that have different culture, different belief system. In any case, you're going to expand your consciousness with this aspect. And Jupiter and Neptune are coming together in Pisces in your 9th house. They're close now, but they're going to be even exact in April. So there's going to be some opportunity that comes through either higher education, through long distance travel, publishing. If you're older, you might be teaching something. And if you're younger, you might be going back to school and picking up some extra skills. Or you might decide to write a book or publish a website. Whatever it is, it's going to bring opportunity to achieve a goal or a dream. Because Jupiter and Neptune, you might even change your spiritual beliefs through a relationship at this time, where you see things from a different perspective and you embrace a new spiritual path. So that's and then we have Aries the sun moving into Aries. And that's happening in your 10th house. So there could be a new, change in life direction. It could be a new career path. It could also be a relationship that changes your whole direction in life, like what you want to do, how you want to be seen in the world. Sometimes like the 10th house activities can bring a person into your life that leads to marriage, where you go from single to married, married to single. It rocks your world, and it takes you on a new path. So you could have a new career path developing, or even a new relationship that changes how you're seen in public, your public image. So it looks good for love, especially love that leads to marriage or a soulmate connection. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Cancer. If you did, click on the like button. Leave a comment if this resonates with you. Click on the subscribe button if you want to hear more videos and want to be notified when our video gets published. If you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box. In the meantime, I want to say thank you everyone for supporting this channel with likes and comments and readings. It's been a pleasure to work with you and know you all. I wouldn't be here without you. So have a wonderful March, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.